Story 1, Crazy Driving Story. Hi, my name is Monica. So this happened yesterday. Me, my best friend, my boyfriend, and my friend were all going to the beach. We had just finished our last day of junior year and were ready to leave straight from school to our local beach like 30 minutes away. So we made a stop at my boyfriend's house. I was driving, and note my car is like mildly warm, because he forgot his charger and we head off. We get onto the main road in our town and pull out behind a bus. This is important. I had music playing, my best friend was in the front, behind her was my boyfriend, and behind me was my friend. There was a cooler between the boys in the back. We get about like 5 minutes into traffic and all of a sudden I hear like dry heaving noises. I look in the rear view and my friend is leaning on the cooler, twitching and appears to be seizing. I quickly pull off of the traffic to this back road that leads to a Wawa, as my boyfriend shakes him awake. My friend props up and starts staring into my mirror wide-eyed. He wasn't responding to his name until a couple of seconds later when he started saying "I'm fine." He kept repeating that until we asked him if he knew what happened. He said no. We asked him if he could stand and he shook his head no, then tried getting up. He was completely pale and his lips looked non-existent. That's how much color was lost. They were slightly blue. When he stood up, my boyfriend had already gotten out of the car, and good thing he did, because my friend, after repeating that he was fine over and over, he said, "Actually no," then basically death dropped. My boyfriend caught him and put him back in the car. As he did that, I reached for my phone. My boyfriend looked at him and asked if he wanted water. He wasn't speaking and was wide-eyed staring again. My boyfriend ran to get him water as we tried talking to my friend again. My boyfriend had come back with water and I called 911. The cops showed up first. They were very helpful, and like 10 minutes later the EMTs. They took him to the ambulance to wait for his parents before they could take him. He did end up going to the hospital and said that he didn't remember anything after we pulled out behind the bus and nothing before me calling 911. He said he felt lightheaded when we reached the bus. The doctor said he just fainted, but we all think they are wrong. We know what we saw.
Story 2, I'm in love with my best friend. Hi, my name is Pam and have this friend Jim. Jim is absolutely amazing and he is the bestest person I know. We've both been through some real bad/terrible things. I have some trauma from a lot of the things that happened when I was younger, and he helps me when I'm like crying over the stuff or whatever. I'm one of those type of people that gets like attached too quickly, and I know, but with him I feel it's different. I had a boyfriend a few months ago who told me he liked me first, and I didn't like him at first, and I eventually ended up being able to deal with him. We were together for almost 6 months, and then he was kissing another girl. He wouldn't ever kiss me or hold my hand or anything, even when I asked him to, and I didn't really care at first as I knew we were both young and I had problems going on, so I just ended up talking to him, and he said he got beaten up. After this I just broke up with him, and Jim helped me throughout the whole thing. I've known Jim for about a year now and we've gotten pretty close in the past few months, sharing things we wouldn't with other people, laughing together, playing games, etc. I like him and he knows it now as I call him hot, and because of a fight I had with a friend I told him I like him, and he didn't give me much of a reaction and said it wasn't a big deal. Well, just recently, like this month, we've been hanging out more, and he's been coming to my place a bit too. We've even been flirting a little bit, calling each other pet names, and at first it started as a joke, as our teacher did that to us, like saying sweetie pie or honey or girlfriend, etc., and we both hated her, but I believe it's more than just a joke now. Every time we say goodnight we say something like, "Goodnight forever, insert pet name," and I can't wait for our next conversation. His parents are strict and he has to go through so much and I feel bad for him. He's coming over to my house this Saturday, currently it's Wednesday, and I think I might maybe like ask him what his feelings are. He's told me before he doesn't know how he feels, and he had a really bad relationship a few years ago, and it really hurt him, and he said he doesn't ever want to tell anyone he's feeling that ever again. So now I'm gonna ask you, what should I do?
If you have any interesting stories you want share, send them to my mail address at the description below.